Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. We've got a new update for PGA Tour 2K25, and if you were waiting to see whether this one changes anything major, let's go through everything that's included. Starting with the latest patch itself, the first thing listed is gameplay performance improvements. That might sound a little broad because there aren't specific examples attached to it, but these kinds of improvements usually make the overall experience feel smoother. Whether that's better frame pacing in certain situations, fewer slowdowns, or just cleaner performance across different modes, it is always something players notice after spending a few rounds with the game. Golf games rely so much on timing and consistency that even slight improvements can make the experience feel better from shot to shot. The next item is general stability fixes. Again, this is one of those changes that doesn't always get a detailed explanation from the developers, but stability updates are usually aimed at reducing unexpected issues while playing. Nobody wants to lose progress because the game decides to freeze during a tournament or while working through My Career. Even if you never experience those problems yourself, every stability update usually helps someone in the community who is running into those situations. Then we have game crashing fixes, which is probably the most important part of this patch. Crashes are always frustrating, especially in longer events where you've already invested plenty of time into a round. If this update reduces those crashes across PlayStation, Xbox, and PC, that's definitely a welcome improvement. There were players reporting random crashes in different situations over the last few weeks, so seeing that addressed is good news even though the notes don't go into specific scenarios. The final point is simply other minor tweaks. That could cover anything from tiny interface adjustments to background improvements that aren't important enough to list individually. Developers usually bundle those smaller changes together instead of creating a huge list filled with tiny fixes that most players would never notice on their own. Now, while this latest update is fairly short, it also reminds everyone about everything that came with Season 7. And that's really where most of the new content arrived. The biggest addition has to be Royal Birkdale Golf Club, becoming available as a free course for every player. That is a really nice addition because it gives everyone access without needing extra purchases. Royal Birkdale has always been one of those courses with plenty of history behind it, and now players get the chance to experience it inside the game. If you've ever watched the Open Championship, you'll already know the kind of challenge this course brings. It's a classic links course with narrow fairways, deep rough in certain areas, and those coastal winds that can completely change your strategy from one hole to the next. You can't always rely on power alone. Shot placement becomes much more important, and you'll probably find yourself thinking twice before pulling out the driver on every tee box. The wind is really the part that makes links golf so interesting. One minute you feel like you've picked the perfect club, then a strong gust changes everything while the ball is still in the air. That's exactly the kind of challenge people expect from Royal Birkdale, and it should make online rounds pretty entertaining because conditions can really test consistency. The course also serves as the host venue for the 154th Open Championship, so adding it into the game helps keep things connected with the real golf calendar. It's always nice when sports games continue adding locations that players are seeing during actual tournaments because it makes the overall experience feel more current. Season 7 also introduced a fresh set of ranked tour events. If you're someone who enjoys competitive play, this is probably where you'll spend a good amount of your time. Every season brings another chance to work your way up the rankings, and these weekly themed events keep things moving instead of feeling repetitive. Some of the featured tournaments this season include the 154th Open Championship, the 3M Open, the FedEx St. Jude Championship, and the Tour Championship. Those events give players different challenges throughout the season while also keeping the leaderboard active. Every week, there's another opportunity to improve your position and earn rewards along the way. Ranked competition has become a pretty important part of PGA Tour 2K25 because it gives players a reason to keep coming back after finishing career events. Even if you don't play every single day, jumping into these tournaments every week gives you something different to work toward. Another major feature in Season 7 is the new Clubhouse Pass. Just like previous seasons, there's a free reward track along with the premium option for players who decide to purchase it. Even if you stay on the free side, there are still several rewards waiting as you level up. Among the free rewards is the Mizuno RB566 golf ball, along with the Manners White Untucked Polo. There's also the Galactic Amber Titleist T150 iron and several additional cosmetic items and gameplay rewards that unlock as you continue progressing through the pass. Probably the most interesting free unlock arrives at Tier 25 with the new Long Knockdown shot type. This isn't just another cosmetic reward sitting in your inventory. It actually changes the way you can approach certain situations on the course. The Long Knockdown is designed as a lower flight full shot with extra spin that helps reduce rollout after the ball lands. That becomes really useful when you're hitting from the fairway or even the rough and want a little more control instead of watching the ball continue rolling well past your target. It adds another option to your shot selection, which is always nice because golf games become more enjoyable when you have different ways to attack each hole. For players who own the premium Clubhouse Pass, every tier includes additional rewards. There are quite a few customization items this season, including the Puma Ignite articulate shoes, the Breezy 3-button polo, Nike Infinity Tour 2 pink bloom shoes, the Malbon long sleeve crew neck, the Cobra snapback, and Tiger's Eye Callaway Apex AI 300 irons. Customization has always been a pretty fun part of the game because everyone likes putting together a golfer that looks different from everyone else online. Some players want a traditional appearance while others mix different brands and colors together. The more clothing, equipment, and accessories that get added every season, the more variety you end up seeing during online matches. Season 7 also expanded the quest system with new daily, weekly, and season-long objectives. These quests are spread across multiple game modes, giving players different ways to earn rewards while playing naturally instead of repeating the exact same activity every session. Daily objectives are great for people who only have a little time available because you can usually finish a few challenges without spending hours playing. Weekly objectives take a bit longer, while the season challenges encourage players to keep progressing over a much longer period. It gives players several different goals instead of simply grinding experience without any direction. The PGA Tour Superstore also received another refresh with additional apparel, clubs, accessories, and equipment. That goes hand in hand with the expanded MyPLAYER customization options, giving players even more freedom when creating their golfer. One thing PGA Tour 2K25 has continued doing throughout its updates is expanding personalization. Every season seems to introduce another batch of clothing, equipment, and cosmetic items. Some people spend just as much time creating their golfer as they do actually playing tournaments, so those additions definitely have an audience. Looking back at the previous major update before this latest maintenance patch, Season 7 was really focused on adding content rather than fixing technical issues. It introduced a brand new course, refreshed the ranked tour schedule, launched another Clubhouse Pass, expanded quests, and added more customization options. That gave players several reasons to jump back into the game, while this latest update is more focused on making that experience run better. That kind of combination usually works well. One update delivers fresh content to keep everyone interested, then another update follows with performance improvements and fixes after players have spent time exploring everything that was added. It helps smooth out issues that may have appeared once the new season went live. There have also been previous updates throughout the year that focused on fixing quest progression, improving online stability, correcting visual problems with apparel, adding new My Career course support, and cleaning up interface issues across different menus. So while these notes are much shorter, they continue the same pattern of polishing the overall experience over time instead of leaving problems untouched. Overall, this latest patch is all about improving reliability while keeping the momentum from Season 7 going. Better gameplay performance, improved stability, fewer crashes, and additional background improvements may not be the kind of changes that immediately stand out the first time you launch the game, but they usually make every session feel smoother over time. Combined with Royal Birkdale, the new ranked tour events, another full Clubhouse Pass, the Long Knockdown shot, fresh quests, and expanded customization options, players now have plenty of reasons to keep working through the current season and see how everything comes together during the weeks ahead.